Hey everyone, and welcome to Gamers Paradise, where we break down the latest in gaming, talk strategy, and dive into the world of community-driven content. Whether you're here for PvP tactics, gaming news, or just good conversation, this is the spot for real discussions with real gamers. So grab your drink and a snack, get comfortable, and let's kick this off. Gamers Paradise starts now.
Hi, this is Jen, Texas Cutie.
What's up, guys? This is majnmew.
Hey, it's Sir D.
Hello, it's Sybil.
Hey guys, Broken Bow here.
Hey guys, it's Mickey.
Hey everyone, it's Goodoleboy.
And this week for our Gamers Paradise Spotlight, we have...
Oh, me. Averagedadgaming. Sometimes people call me Average. Sometimes people call me Dad. No one actually just called me Gaming. That's weird. Or ADG. A lot of people call me ADG.
Right on.
Yeah,
right
nice
on.
to be here.
Welcome in.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
thank you for being here.
So, do you want somebody to just start calling you Gaming, just so it kind of evens it out for you?
So then next time I do this, whenever, then I can say some people call me Gaming. That's weird.
Like they don't call you like Gaming Daddy.
Ooh, yeah,
Or is-
that would be a first one right
Right.
there. I have had some with European accents call me Daddy. That was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not calling you daddy, but we can go with everything else.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Now, I might call you Pops, but yeah.
Yeah.
Pops. Oh my
Appa.
God.
Appa. I get called Appa by Muffin only. Apparently that's
Oh,
dad in
Appa.
Korean.
Alright.
Yeah, so
Oh, isn't it? Oh.
yeah.
So,
Neat.
with the introductions of the podcast, Average Dad, I've got one question for you.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
What got you started into making videos?
Oh yeah, solid. So actually probably my wife is the main driver behind why I even one got a PC because she blessed the okay on that, and then two even started the channel. And so I used to play Apex Legends on console since season 1 all the way until what, about 3 years ago. So yeah, and the reason that I started the whole channel truly, one was the thing about my wife was saying you need to show everybody how bad you are. And like she would watch me a lot, and I'm just, I've come a far way in Apex per se, but and but my main driver behind that, I said, okay, well that's cool and all, but there's got to be, we got to have some kind of a purpose for it. But there's many instances on Xbox specifically where I'd be just solo dropping in with random people, whatever, and and you'd hear these kids just completely getting like trashed on and by adults or whatever, and or
Right.
like getting made fun of and things like that, and even with my son gaming and telling me about all the expletives or whatever, and people being disrespectful and all, and we grew up with that kind of
Mhm.
as older folks. We just grew up with it next to us and in our face, and then you fight the person that you're playing Super Nintendo with, but
Yep.
it wasn't like to this
Yep.
degree. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the reason I started doing all this was just to truly like bring back a positive game experience, and push this whole world of gaming to a different area of just, you can actually be competitive, you can still do all that, but you can be nice to people, you can lift each other up, and
Yeah, you don't have to be a
just
jerk to play video
nope,
games. Matter of fact,
you don't
we
have to.
prefer you not be that way.
Right.
Yeah, Jen.
Yep. So
And
yep.
Rust really needs people like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
yeah, that's a
Legitimately.
That's why I don't play on the official servers. There's too much toxic stuff.
yeah.
yeah.
Cyberbullying in video games is a real thing, and it's very, very, I don't know, it's very prevalent, very out there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everywhere kind of type thing. So
Well,
And I think-
it's wild to think that there's these, these kids and even adults, not just saying kids, but we'll say kids, the kids, they go to school and then they get whatever, let's just say bullied in real life, IRL.
Yep.
And so what they do is they want to come home and escape. because that life sucks, whatever. So then they come onto this digital world of escapism, and then they get bullied on here.
Right,
It's
yeah.
like,
I mean,
where-
it's just like as bad as the real world ever was. Sometimes worse.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
Yep, you're just
Especially if that's their escape to get out of
Away from whatever they're trying to get away
yeah,
from.
and then they get it just 10 times worse. Sometimes online, 10 times
Should
worse
really
than
be
they
a
would
haven,
in
not a
person.
horror show.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
how
awesome.
long have you?
Awesome that you know you go in and you play with these kids to kind of lift them up. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. There's a lot of kids, and you may know who you are if you're hearing this, whatever. But there's a lot of kids who annoy the crap out of me. So- as
Oh,
well
for
as
sure,
adults.
yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sure
Do
they'll
our
be
own
watching the
kids-
show.
Exactly.
We're like, he's talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yes.
He's like,
no.
I know that guy. I am that guy.
Our own kids don't fit into that category, do they?
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not at all. No.
That's a whole separate category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So you did describe
I was
some of the
kidding.
games that you play. What do you play? What do you like to play most? What's like your favorite game? Your go-to
That's-
for like I just want to chill.
That's man, it's probably Rust.
Rust,
At the
Yes.
moment, and which is odd to even say. Oh, that's my go-to to go chill, right? It's like the two
Normally you're like, oh,
games,
that's when you want to talk about toxic people, but those are
True
public
that,
servers
right?
too. So
So I don't know. Mindless entertainment. So I really, for me, it's growing up. I only played sports games, and you name it, any of the Maddens, and NBAs, golf, any of them. I'd play and then I got in as I got older. I started doing more of the general managing of it and try to do, grow the teams, blah blah blah. But Apex is truly the first game of that battle royale I ever played, and stuck. And then Rust, I literally, my son was just like, "Dad, you need to play Rust." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna play that stupid game." And then he's like, "No, you need to get it. It's on sale, Dad, and you have nothing to do today. It's Christmas." And I was like, "All right, fine, I'll get the game." And so yeah, that is my go-to. I think at the moment I can just turn it on and go hit trees with a rock.
Yep.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Wrangle
My-
farm.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go
My
farm.
youngest
Yeah.
my youngest son got me into playing Rust. And
Yeah.
of course I would play with him on a couple different official servers. And yeah. I think the very first time I ever played, I lasted maybe not quite 3 minutes. I spawned in and I
Right.
got chased by
Jake-
naked with a rock.
Bad naked with a rock. That's
Yeah.
funny.
And then I died.
Yeah.
And then and then spam crouched on and yelled at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Uh,
So
you
it's-
suck. You're horrible. You're like, I don't have anything.
Exactly.
I've never played
What did I
this.
do to
Why are
you?
you killing me?
Right. So it's safe to say that your entire household plays games together and has time set aside where you guys can get online and play together.
Oh, I mean no. What, you think we all hang out here, Broken Boat? No.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, my wife's a gamer in her own right. My daughter, she'll play Skyrim, or my wife and my daughter will get into Sims every once in a while. It's really more of my son and I that are heavier into it. But like before our kids even, I bought my wife an Xbox for her birthday, but and then I got Madden for it and stole it. So it was like one of those things where we don't really all play together. We played Sea of Thieves one time together. That was about it. But as far as like a family, we don't really actually game together. Now you're making me feel bad, Broken Bow. So thank you.
Oh
That
no.
was not the intention.
But I
Don't
will play with my
worry.
son every once in a while. But yeah.
Don't worry. Chances are, if you were playing with your family, they'd just be shooting you, trying to
Yes,
make sure.
exactly.
Does this gun work? Bam. Oh,
Yeah.
yep, it does.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you don't just game. You don't just game, right?
Me? Yeah. No. I'll. Well. Yeah. I mean, what do you mean?
Well, I seen you play guitar in shorts and stuff. Well, I mean, you were wearing shorts, but you were in a short, so it's kind of a
Yeah,
double.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Content
what I do
wise.
on the what I do on the channel is just what I do in life, right? So it's like, yeah, and they've said this. A couple people have said this before, like, oh, you're gonna be average at gaming. Stop doing other stuff on there. Only, and then I've had other people tell me you just need to focus on one game. And this is
No,
like
man, why? That's
before I had like
no.
500, maybe five. This is like before I had before I wasn't even monetized. Like, you need to focus on this. You need to focus on this. And I'm like, nah, I don't. I'm not. I'm just gonna do me. And so yeah, no, I music. Truly, this could be the end all be all right here, everybody. But music, I love more than gaming. And
Nice.
so it's just the two of them go together,
Well,
Really
fun
good.
fact for
obviously.
everyone that
So.
hasn't seen his shorts and stuff and playing guitar, and sometimes he even sings while he's gaming. This man has a wonderful singing voice. Just to let everybody out there know,
Yes.
you might want to check out his shorts with him playing guitar and stuff. He's got an amazing voice. He pulls Fergie off amazingly. I don't
uh,
understand it, but he does it.
Appreciate that. And I'll often say, like, okay, when I'm streaming Apex, people will be like, "This isn't Rust. You need to stream Rust." And when I'm streaming Rust, people will be like, "Oh, where's Apex? Come on, we need to play Apex." But nobody ever says, "Hey, man, when are you gonna play music again?" So it's like,
Fair.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you on that aspect.
after you call me gaming.
Well,
I, I got you.
we'll get the fact out there that you actually do that stuff. So a lot of
It's
people
all
just know
good.
you for your gaming. So
No, I'm average dad gaming, not average dad music. So it's what it
well, we're
is.
gonna
And
have to add
but
that on the end and get you a fourth name going.
I'm average dad, loves to travel too with the family. So
Yep,
there,
yep.
there you
Oh,
go.
there's a lot.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
a really long name, buddy.
Well,
exactly.
did you ever think that you would have the following that you have now?
No, and I don't know how to really say this in another way other than just be direct. It's never been about that for me. I've never really like thought about a sub count.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never focused on that.
Nice.
So no, I never said to myself, "Oh yeah, man, 100,000, whatever." I mean, okay, let me put it this way: when there were certain milestones, yes, when it was close to
You
monetization,
celebrate
or
those, but you're not like,
exactly,
I've got to
exactly,
get there.
like
I've got to get there.
yeah, exactly, yeah, like oh cool, hey, we're almost to this, sweet,
Yeah. It's
let's
it's
do a
not
little
the
something
driving
special for
force.
it. Exactly, yep.
Well,
Wow.
people could tell
So,
too. That's probably why they're attracted to the channel
mhm.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like you
yeah.
can tell kind of the ones that do it.
because
Mm,
because they enjoy it,
well,
and
yeah,
it's not a it's gotta work type of thing.
yeah, or it's it's not a moneymaker for them. It's just something that they enjoy and love to do.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you can also see the ones that are like, hey, this is my moneymaker, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make it that or make it
Make
my
more money,
money.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, Mr. Beast.
that's usually your most toxic people,
Mhm.
by the way.
The I've thought about this too, right? Because it's there's a certain point where you basically have to give your true self up, and you basically got to start doing things that people request, whether it's the audience or whomever, but it's most likely the people who are ever paying you money, whoever you sign those deals with, whatever. But everybody starts off, with I think everybody starts off with great intentions,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
truly. And then over time, you get arrogant. Over time, you start getting, deals and whatever, sponsorships and blah blah blah. And those can change people. And whether it's here in this platform in this imaginary world or whether it's, in our work life or whatever. So it just happens.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Beast is one of them. What? No, who's
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's not here, is he?
So to
Mhm.
to kind of ask you a a different type of question, uh, I'm sure there's people out there that want to know who you are outside of the average dad gaming. Kind of what are your interests and hobbies outside of the gaming and content creation?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We share some things pretty open, and then there's things that we obviously we keep closer.
Hmm.
But obviously outside of average dad gaming, that being average at everything, being a dad and being gaming, you guys, people have seen me. I think I'll do shorts every once in a while. Well, I broke my leg, but I've been playing soccer since I was 4. So that's been 40 years now. And I played college soccer. I still play to this day in some like over 40s adult league and over 30s indoor adult league. And so I absolutely love the game of soccer. I don't like
Awesome.
running. And so when I say I love soccer and at the age of 44, I walk a lot on the field, but at least it gets me out there or whatever the case is, and gets a little sweat going. Um,
Absolutely.
I
Keeps you
coach
young.
soccer, or I used to coach soccer. I don't. I coached high school soccer for a couple years. Coach tennis. That's not necessarily a passion of mine, but the city I live in they needed a tennis coach, so I stepped up and did that. So been doing that for a couple years. But yeah, as far as like me myself, selfishly, yeah, it's music, but people know about that.
Mhm.
Soccer, people know about that. But truly traveling is a big one for me.
Yes.
And if it's more important, to me, I don't have a bucket list necessarily. I say I don't have a bucket list, but like I've never been to Croatia, and that's like the main place I would love to go to. But I've been honored to go to some countries in Europe, and I've never been like to South America, Asia, or Africa, but um, I've definitely traveled a little bit, and that is something I absolutely love doing over everything. So I guess if
Oh,
I can travel with my family, play a game of soccer while I'm there, maybe have a cold beer and cold drink and hang out
there
with
you go.
some locals. I'm give me a sunset too, on a beach.
Well,
Yes,
that sounds fun.
Awesome.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'll see you
Right?
guys there.
We're all coming. We're all coming.
So Croatia it is, it sounds like. Let's go.
Yeah, apparently a lot of Game of Thrones was filmed there. I didn't know that, but
Oh yeah. Yep.
um,
A lot.
No
Hmm.
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a kid that I met earlier on, Zyhix. He's over in our Discord, and super talented kid, by the way. But he is literally from Croatia, and so he'll post pictures, and amazing photographer too. I'm not trying to
Ooh.
like glaze on him now and lift him all up. All right, whatever, Zy. I'm gonna tell him to listen to this now. But yeah, no, it's every picture he posts just looks absolutely gorgeous over there, and he's just on an island there in Croatia.
That's awesome. That is
I can't
awesome.
wait. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh yeah.
what what's what's necessarily in Croatia that has it at the top of your list? Just
The
curious
beach.
from.
The beaches, that like that. I don't know what the sea is there. I'm not sure what the sea is, but it looks like it's always like glass, and the sunsets
Uh,
look crazy.
ooh.
Um, and so it's just I've seen I'm sure it's not everywhere, but you get those cobblestone roads and get a nice sunset, and just maybe some bread sitting near the water.
There you go. Some bread and some wine
Yeah.
and some cheese. That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Uh,
Did we lose Majin?
No, I'm here. My bad.
Oh, okay. He's not sleeping. That's good.
he might be.
Are you wearing pants? Wait, it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say
Hope
my
not.
camera is off. Okay.
So
Okay.
while
Underwear
we're
on yesterday for the stream.
Yeah, we saw that.
so who would be your favorite well, I guess it doesn't really necessarily have to be a streamer, but who is your favorite streamer that you like to watch?
Yes,
Your go-to watch?
I knew one of you were gonna ask me this, and I'm not trying to like okay, so I never watched any Rust people before
Mhm.
I started playing. I could definitely say that. I started watching Alone in Tokyo a little bit. That was the one I kind of felt
Yeah.
more of the vibe on. But I mean, I'm not like a big Rust watcher. I like to watch people that I've just connected with.
Yeah, I never watched
Eight,
Rust in it either until I started hanging out with these guys. So, I feel that.
exactly. And a lot of the Rust, a lot of them make videos that like more my son enjoys. So it's like, just the snowball and how many AKs can you get in 2 minutes, and that's easy. Zero.
Zero.
Zero. But,
Best one I could do is
but
how quick can you die? 30 seconds. Yeah, I
Right.
can beat
yeah,
that.
exactly, right.
Here's the
Exactly.
nearest bear.
Apex, it was always Nicewig. Nicewig was the big Apex person that I would watch. Zeus, but Zeus was a big one for me. I watched Zeus a lot because he was nice to kids, and so that was a big one for me. Lulu Lovely, just because I'm a I don't know. I'm not saying that gaming's not a man's space per se, and this is just going off subject, but I like to see women dominate and where a lot of men do. So that's maybe a different question, different story, um, but probably truly the biggest one for me, my favorite of all would be that dude Epic.
Mhm.
I think his name is Juan. And I would just randomly watch his videos of paying people's rent, giving them groceries. And I get it, oh yeah, you don't have to record it, but part of me thinks he does a lot of stuff that he doesn't record. So
Oh, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
for sure.
And so he was my big one that's not gaming that I would watch.
Okay.
I didn't know. I've never heard of that guy, but now I'm gonna have to go look him up.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Always need new
Yeah, I don't.
people.
Epic something. I don't know what the whole channel's name is. I don't know.
I'll find him.
Oh
know-
yeah, it's like a couple million subs or something.
oh yeah.
It should be easy enough to find him then. Oh God.
So I've been over in your Discord. You want to tell us a little bit about your Discord?
Yeah, so I had no idea what Discord is. And I didn't actually even make the Discord. So this dude who I met earlier on, awesome guy, Zenik. He actually made some of my Apex I don't know, overlays that I still use. And he is the one that literally started our Discord. So I have personally never even started a Discord. I'm definitely more well versed in it now.
Right.
But people are always just like, hey man, you got a Discord? I'm like, no, no. What are we gonna use in there? We're gonna go in there and like a chat room. No one wants to do that crap. And so then Zenix all like, hey man, I think you really should have a Discord. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do that. And he's like, I'm just gonna start it for you. And so that's literally how it started. Then I'm just like, okay, and then they started, showing me how it works. This is such an old man story. And then we had a couple others though. Iyashi, who just by luck, I just met through playing Apex. But she was huge in transforming our Discord with Anicrux. Both of them have been Discord mods at a higher level, for sure. And so they basically took Zenix blueprints and transformed it into what it is today.
Nice.
And so, but for me, Discord, oh man, it's like I couldn't. It's a must. It's just a way to connect in a more real way, and then I got to learn that. But like listening to my son, he would come in and tell my wife, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm playing with these guys on Rust, and they're like engineers, and one's a whatever electrician," and I'm like, "How are you talking to these guys on Discord, Dad? On Discord, Dad?" I'm like, "Hold on,
What's
hold
Discord?
on. So wait,
I
you're
have
in
one of
this
those.
like you're just like chatting with these dudes in Discord? You don't know them?" And they're like, "Yeah, no, they're cool. They're cool. They're nice." I'm like, "All right, interesting." And so here I am today chatting with random people in Discord.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So are you still doing your giveaway?
Which one?
Oh, you got more than
Oh, you got
one.
more than one.
Oh, I don't know. That's why I was like, which one?
The latest. The latest.
I think it still has 3 days left, or maybe 2 days. It's
Are we
one.
talking about the contest submission thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So that's one of our mods. I just I'm not 100% sure um Yeah, it's going on for 3 more days, but I don't know if this one actually gained a lot of steam. We've done a couple in the past where we did art art contests. Because that's something we definitely like to push for sure. It's just the more you don't have to be a gamer. You don't. I mean, there's so much more. It's just art. That's why I don't necessarily love the words content creator
Right.
per se, or streamer, even though you'll hear me say it all the time. But artists,
Mhm.
we're all artists.
Yep.
It all
Yeah,
comes
pretty
down to it.
much. Yeah.
Yep. And so that's yeah. But yeah, I think that is definitely still going on. I don't yeah, but it's being run by Alex, so but yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Cool.
I don't think anybody's participated.
Oh.
Is that in your
Cool.
Discord or is that on?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll have to go check that out then.
Oh yeah, for
You know,
sure.
forms of art and yeah, so
Because I got art. I got your art.
yeah, there you go.
Do you have somebody that does merch for you, or do you outsource that, or do you how do you do your merch and stuff like that?
It's funny you are literally asking me that at the moment because so I had a store originally with Teespring. And then YouTube, because side note, I only do what YouTube basically suggests. So if I get an email say, hey, you should try this, or you should try this, or you should do this. So then I changed my store to shop share I spread shirt or spread something. I forgot my login. And
Oh
Oh,
no.
shit.
and now
Ah.
I can't now I can't do a two-way authenticator, but I've been saying it this whole time. My true dream would be just to come out with a full cardigan line, where yeah, just whatever gamer cardigans, big old oversized fluff, whatever. And then I found this fourth wall, and they
Yes.
literally have a woman's cardigan that I will absolutely wear. I could care less if buttons are on the other side. So I'm in the I deleted all the links and all the whatever to the current store on Share App or whatever that's called. And I'm currently literally making a more simplified one because I did what I always do and I just went overboard on it. And so I wanted to I'm creating more of a simplified one that's going to be just more accessories and maybe just a couple clothing items. And yeah, I mean I've already I was just working on that before I jumped in here.
Nice.
So,
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
so yeah, so I third party it out. I don't have like the time nor the energy. And so yeah, and it's always not it's never about the money. I try to keep these margins lower, and it's just so
Yeah.
people can have my stupid face on their whatever.
I'd get a cardigan too, though.
Well, if it was something that you would branch more out on, or create your own branding, would it be your face as your brand, or would you have
Yeah.
like multiple images as your brand?
No, the where I'm rolling right now. So like on my last store, I had kind of like my orange glasses, and then just like what I did. I'm trying to remember how old I was, but that is literally me when I was a kid, wearing a bow tie, and then I just scribbled my orange glasses on top,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm rolling with that as because that's my PFP for YouTube. So I'm gonna roll with that. And so yeah, I've made a couple mouse pads, and my face is in the corner, so and
I was
I don't know.
actually going to ask you if that was really you in that picture.
Yeah, that's me. That's me in a little sweater vest and a bow tie. I think it was kindergarten or
awesome.
first grade, one of the
That's
two.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So bringing it back to Discord, we all kind of know how you came across our Discord, but for the people out there, how did you end up coming across our Discord, and just give us your general thoughts of what you think of our server and what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I mean to tell you the truth, I actually am trying. I don't 100% remember, but I think it was civil.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it was
was
civil.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay,
100%
so
civil.
all right, cool. So
Civil.
I must have randomly just like caught one of her streams or something, and then for me, I don't care how big you are. I don't care. If there's something that I hear like that's just like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna sub there too. You know, and especially gaming. You know, I obviously try to just follow more, sub to more gaming. But something I've done since the very beginning is like, and it sounds so cheesy, but I'll just write like, you know, hey, I am your whatever 131st subscriber, and people always thought I was a bot. And sometimes I'll get flagged by YouTube because like, hey, I am your
All
whatever
that.
subscriber. I am your third subscriber. So yeah, I think yeah. So I met Civil. Then randomly came in, didn't know who you all were, but then started to find out who you all were. And you all have heard me say it, but people who are gonna hear this and watch this haven't heard me say it. Um, but you all are doing something that doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It doesn't matter where you are in your path of having a channel. You can do what you all are doing at any time.
Right.
You just have to you just have to choose to do it. And kind of like how we were talking before, how I started my channel. Well, there's not a lot of people that are out there focusing on others. Actually, there's not a lot at all.
Right.
Just even in real life, it's very easy to get wrapped up into this world because and I'll say it, streamers are selfish. And this world is a very selfish. You know, hey, watch me. Tip me. Don't share any other channels on my live stream. You'll see it all over, and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to badmouth it. It's just this is real. That's just what it is. So when I came into your guys' Discord and really started to like and just to kind of interact a little bit more and just seeing what you guys were doing, there's no hidden agenda.
No.
You know,
Right.
like and truly, is it more maybe just the OGs? Sure, you know, is it you know you seven or whatever, and a couple more that are 100% focused on lifting everybody else up? Sure, and that's okay. But that's the culture that's here, though,
Yeah.
and that's what I love what you guys are doing. You know, are you guys gonna have 1 million subs one day? I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
it's whenever people have probably heard me on previous podcasts say this, but that's I just got a message from Majin. His power blinked out, so his Wi-Fi, he'll pop back in here.
Nice.
But when I started this, it wasn't. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't really promote mine. It's these guys. It's Majin, it's Surdy, it's Civil, it's Broken, and Mickey. And when Goodoleboy decides he wants to start streaming, it's going to be him. I mean, everybody that's come in, I want them to reach their goal. I want them to reach their dreams, you know. And if we can help them, and I'm freaking ecstatic that these guys that I'm working with here on Discord, that I say working, it's not really working. These guys are family. They're friends, family to me, but these like-minded people, I am so glad that they jumped on board and was like, yes, let's do this. And it's been able to help a lot of people. And that's one thing that I'm very, very proud of. Very proud of.
And I just want to throw out there, nobody has had the chance to hear the conversations that me and Jen have had IRL, where she's second guessing it before this all kind of happened. It was, should we do this? Yeah, let's do it. I don't think we're going about it the right way. And the conversations that we've had, because I'm just a few blocks away from Jen, but it has taken courage and a lot of supporting each other to get us to where we're at.
To almost our 100th person in the Discord.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What? 3 more?
2 more.
3 more.
2 more.
3
No,
more.
2 more.
Is it
Wait.
3 more? Dang it. Whatever.
3 more.
No, 4 more. We got 96.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
block
Are you
it.
sure you're reading that right?
Well, I'll double check. Yep, 96.
But
Son of a biscuit.
But yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I know you do stuff like that. You definitely you promote other artists.
All the time. We've
Or
seen it.
like when, yeah, my first, the first year, let's see, it took me, I'm trying to remember, it doesn't matter, but when I became a partner or monetized, we and had memberships. That was the number one goal, was to and yes, was it strategic maybe to push more of the membership? Sure. But they had to be a member, was the only criteria, I guess, and they had to have a channel. And I would just choose, or myself and the mods would choose a random member of sort and showcase them for the whole month. And so
Wow.
we did the artist in the month. The guy Zenek would make like a little scroll thing that would say their name, and it was cool. Pop out, and we do, I just have all the Botrix pop ups, and then they would get a we have some editors, resident editors, and I say we, and we still do, but we don't do this. We haven't done this over the past year, so this was maybe it's year two. And then it was they would get a montage made for them by one of the editors. And then no one knows it, and until right now, I guess, I personally would just pay the editors behind the scenes,
Nice, yeah.
to do those montages. So respecting the time, respecting the work.
Yes.
And so it's so that was a big push for us when it came to lifting others up. And then I said to myself, you know what? Why do they got to be a member?
Right?
It's like I almost contradicted on my own thoughts. Like, what are we doing? Why they don't have to be a member? And so the next year came, and I said, okay, I'm gonna stop doing the whatever artist of the month, and we moved to every artist of the month was now going to receive 4% of any monthly revenue, paid out twice, the following year. And so we just did that too. And so all those 12 artists of the month, they had to sign up with this whole Google form with me, so I could get some of their information, and paid them out 4% of the revenue.
Nice.
And so that went back. And so that was just a different way of lifting them up in a way that wasn't necessarily out there in front of everybody.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And it was definitely just a I don't know. I don't like to just say things. I do say I do have more of a scattered brain, visionary kind of thought process, but uh, saying things is different than just than doing it.
Right.
And
I mean, you talk
and
about it
I'm
all day, and that doesn't do anything.
exactly. So I mean, we could say we lift people up and do all that, but it's really about, I want to be surrounded by the people that are actually doing it, and so that's anyways. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I love doing it. I randomly, like there's like I love throwing out what's her Renee, XX Renee. She's got like 200, I don't know, 70,000 subs, whatever. But like I got to know her when I was like when I first started, and super cool. So sometimes I'll even share her stuff, and does she need it? Not necessarily, but we're just pushing out those positive people and pushing out people. And
Yeah.
but now it's like these Rust streamers that are just like
Where they thrive on being toxic and stuff.
yeah, I more
That's
share
their
the
viewership, really. I mean,
they have like maybe one person, they have 5 subs or something. I love sharing those channels.
oh yeah, the little guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like seeing the little guys get up.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think
Well,
that's kind of why
it's-
we do what we do here.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like when you're watching, whether it be hockey, football, soccer, or whatever, you like to see the underdog win. And
Love
that's
it.
that's
Yeah.
that's what this is. I want to see these underdogs, if you want to call them that. I want to see the underdogs just absolutely make it and just be on top.
Yeah.
My parents told me all when growing up, I think it was when I graduated or whatever, that I always had a heart for the underdog, and it's true.
Yep.
March Madness, or NCAA March Madness, is like one of my favorite sporting events, just because the underdog, the 16th seeded, can take out the 1 seed and just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know
So
it's
how long you had your channel, and how long did it take you to get to 100,000 subscribers?
Let's see, the Mother's Day 3 years ago, 2022. So, which is so odd. Yeah, Mother's Day, started the whole channel, had my first stream. Um, Gosh, it took, so that was what, May? I think I became a partner or monetized in like November.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
So
awesome.
it might have been that year. That and then January came along to where Apex Legends started doing custom lobbies. And so I think we grew to about maybe 3,000 subs come spring. And then I remember specifically, I want to say it was the climb from 3 to 20,000 actually went a little bit quicker than the climb from 0 to 3. That was interesting. But the biggest and the fastest was just recently. And with how YouTube, and like I've said before, I've only done what YouTube is promoting. So when they promoted vertical live streaming, I jumped right on that.
Yeah.
Formatted everything, did everything. But there's kind of a negative I'll say here in a little bit that came with that, I think. But that's what went crazy, and that actually what ran parallel with me playing Rust. And so probably over like the last year and a half, good old boy was when basically we went from essentially 20,000 to where we're at now.
That's
Um,
Wow.
amazing.
but I will say this though, but I definitely think the vertical streaming, whatever it was, were they all real? I can definitely tell you, I definitely can tell you they weren't. But
Right.
how many of the people in there, bots in there, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I think vertical streaming is and Rust together,
Well, Russ has
like
got
we
a
were
huge
saying.
following, even though, a lot of the times it is toxic. It's still got a huge following. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And
it's
that's where it grew the fastest. But so
Interesting.
as Rust is definitely one of my favorite games. When I switched
I
from
just don't like the
cons,
part where they wipe it every month and you got to start over.
They kind
well,
of have to. If they
yeah,
didn't, I mean, those servers would be so
Yeah.
laggy.
yes,
Especially with the Zergs and stuff.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that is, but it sounds
Oh.
delicious.
Oh shit, Rust is actually on sale right now for $23.99.
Nice.
get it now.
that is the time when everybody should decide to ruin their lives.
Right?
Yeah.
So going back to the whole Rust thing, ADG, I have a question for you. How did it go with the like 300 furnaces that you tried to put
Oh,
up?
yeah. I never saw the end of that.
Oh, the 300 furnaces. All right. So what did I cheat a little bit? No. But they weren't. So I learned when I did my 184. So I did like 184 before I knew you guys.
Uh-huh.
And I learned that what is it called? That blue thing. See, for as long as I've been playing, I still have no idea what the things are called.
He's
Industrial
using the technical
conveyors.
term, the blue
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, the
So-
blue thing, the blue wolf PFP, right? No. But I learned that like you could only have 32 storage adapters that go to it or something. Anyway, so the 300, yes, but what I did is I did 10 separate 30 30 furnace operations within that big base on the server, and then I ran them all into other storage, whatever industrial conveyors that then ran into just one box. So I kind of, I guess maybe I think I cheated, but maybe that's the only way you can actually do it.
You Mickey Moused it. I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
So, I
So
mean, that's
it's
what
just,
counts, right?
yeah. I just did 10 separate 30 electric furnace bases or electric furnace setups that ran into this one box at the end.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I never did get to see the end of that one. But now
yeah,
I
it was
know.
right there on. It was right there on the water. So
Yep.
Civil helped a lot with
Awesome.
that. She brought me over test gens.
Yeah, I got to see that. I got to see that part where she was bringing you
And
stuff over there.
how many did it take you?
How many? I did have 4 windmills, so I think I had to run 1 test gen and then 4 windmills.
Oh wow. Oh.
I don't even know what those blue things do. I just use the black ones.
I don't even know what you guys are saying, really, but I agree. So,
There's
Well,
there's
well,
a
the,
I'm in the same boat as you, sir.
there's a black one, an orange one, and a blue one. I only use the black ones.
to be fair, 90% of the video games that people play in this Discord, I have no idea what they are.
right? Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, nobody knows what my game is in here, so they're like, "What does
Hey,
he
hey.
play?"
I know.
Do
Well, you know, you've played it, so I mean, that's different. You're like one of the only 4 people that knows what it is.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Well, you know what it's called. That
I know
doesn't mean
Spock.
anything.
Yep.
It's like I can do the finger things. Is this
Right?
count?
Oh, I can definitely
Does
do
that
the finger.
count? Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. That totally counts. As long as it's canon, you're good. The player base won't kill you. They're super fanatical over here.
Well, do you have any questions?
For any of us, I mean, yeah, why not? We can do this backwards.
Actually, no, I don't have any questions for any of you.
Nice, we like that.
Yeah. No, not that I haven't asked you already.
Right?
Well, could you give any advice to anybody that may be watching this video that's on the fence on if they want to record videos or anything like that? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, what would you say to someone that said, "What do you think? You think I should start doing videos on YouTube?" What would you say?
I think there's only one wrong way to do it, and that's just just being a jerk. Because you don't ever hear me say hit the subscribe, smash the like, and that's an effective. A lot of people say that, and that's cool, and that's effective. It's just never been in my mindset. So when I give advice, I mean truly, it's just there's no wrong way to actually do this, because that would be my number one thing is you just got to be yourself. If yourself's not cool though, and if yourself's a big old jerk, then don't be yourself and just don't even do this.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I
But-
agree with that sentiment 110%. So.
But you got to be yourself. And then the number two is probably one of the more important is you can't be offended. People are gonna not everybody's gonna like what you're doing, and that should be okay, because if you're here to try to get everybody to like what you're doing, then I would also say probably just don't do it.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do this because that's not going to happen.
And if it's gonna bother you that you have 0 people watching you stream, playing a game that no one's ever watched, I just like don't do it either. I mean, because one, you gotta have fun, you gotta do it for the right reasons, and number one is be yourself. 2, don't be offended. And just those would be truly the 2 main suggestions I would say.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
You can have goals. You can have goals. You can have sub goals. You can be very open and say,
Short term,
hey,
yeah.
hey guys, let's get me to 20,000 subs and whatever. I'm not. Yeah, I'm never junking on that or saying that's the wrong way to do it. And the people and saying, hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And you just won't hear me do that because that's not me. And
Yeah.
so
Right.
the number one thing is just be yourself, and 2, don't be offended when people or bots write on your videos that they suck.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
when you worked 20 hours on a video, not speaking out of personal experience, when you work 20 hours on a video and you only get 20 views. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, do you edit your own videos?
Yeah, yep, I edit probably 99% of all my own stuff.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome.
If you don't mind telling, if you don't want to tell anybody, that's fine. But what kind of program do you use?
Oh yeah, I use Wondershare, Filmora.
Yeah. We use that too.
Okay, cool. I'm not sitting here promoting it, telling anybody to use it, because I know like there's free things like DaVinci that are better. But I do pay for Wondershare. I pay for all the added stuff. It's just because before this I had an Instagram where I just ran around and took cell phone pictures, and I used Wondershare for the 3 years I was doing that. So
Oh, wow.
I was just already.
It was a
I was just already used to it.
familiar operating system. So
Yep.
you're
I was just already used to it.
Right. Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, makes total sense. I would too.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
we use it, like I said, we use it, and I like it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Granted,
it's
like you said,
crashed
there
on.
are better ones,
Yeah.
but
I've yelled at it a couple times. It's crashed on
yeah,
me. I'm not gonna sit here and tell everybody that's the
it's
that's the
perfect.
best.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
not for sure.
and I pay for it, so I can't sit here and tell you that's so yeah, but that is what I use.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so what is one of your funniest moments?
Funniest moments.
Gosh.
One that made you milk come out of your nose. That one.
Dude, oh man. Now you're really making me think here.
No pressure. No pressure.
Hold on, let me. Yeah, this might take a second now because now
He's got to think back. Oh God, oh, that's gonna be
I
so
don't know if
many.
I don't know if I can actually think of one right off the top of my head.
Like the
Jen.
perfect one. I'm sure there's one there. You just we put him on the
Cut
spot.
the-
See what you did.
Yeah, cut this
Look what you
section.
did.
Cut this section out. Cut this section out. who's putting this in
Edit
post?
this. Edit this.
Well, you know, I haven't been watching you long, but one thing I have noticed about your streams or your videos is you can just tell that you're there to have fun.
Yep.
Yeah, he does
And
have fun in his videos.
And I believe that's why your channel is doing so well because you're there having fun and people can see it.
And people could tell when you're trying to force it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the honor to in my work world to have gotten to a place where, you know, grinding in that world before I even started streaming and doing all that, whatever. But I got into a place where, you know, you get a little bit more autonomy. And so I've been remote. I've been a contract worker, things like that. And so I've had the ability to have time.
Without too much
And
sacrifice, yeah. That
I'm
helps.
not driven by money, but I'm definitely driven by time.
Yeah.
And so the most fun that I'll have playing a video game truly or like is when I don't have anything to do that day. It's like-
Right.
when time is literally just there in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to worry about anyway, so but yeah, no, I appreciate that. But yeah, if you can't have fun doing it, like if you go back to even some of my first streams, I never talked, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
know, and especially like I didn't know what push to talk was either. And so like when I'd be like teamed up with people in Apex when my game started, I wouldn't talk, and people would be asking me like, "Why aren't you talking right now?" And then after
I
the
don't know
game started,
how.
like, "Yeah, I don't want to bother my teammates." And then people would be like, "Oh, you gotta do push to talk." I'm like, "Push to what?" I'm like, "What are you guys even saying?"
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just like to joke around and have fun. Yeah, but when you first start out and when no one's in your stream, talking to yourself is weird.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Very.
Yeah, for sure. Then you get used to it, and you start doing it all the time.
I don't
So,
know. I'm
that-
still not
And then
used to it.
And then you have people looking at you like you're crazy because you're talking to yourself and answering your own questions. I mean, wait, what?
Especially if you show your face, just sitting there like blankly staring. Yeah.
It happens. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Or you forget to put pants on.
That's just you, Major. That's just you, buddy.
So
It almost sounds like you don't forget.
Yeah, right?
It's
I
hot
think it's
down
more of a
here.
choice. I think it's more of a choice.
The personal choices.
Cooling gaming seats. Where are those?
Right?
Cooling gaming seats.
We need those for
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
And fill them with water and then put them in the freezer and then try to unfold them after.
See, I bought ear pads for my headphones that you were supposed to be able to do that. Well, you don't fill them with water, but it's like a gel.
And you
And
freeze them,
it's weird. Yeah, and you freeze them and then you put them on your headphone.
and then they
it's
stick to
weird.
your head.
No,
Right,
no.
that's what it sounds like.
It's
What
got
happens?
cloth and stuff. It's just
Okay.
cold.
Alright.
It's really weird.
interesting.
I might have to get some of those.
No, don't. I don't use them.
Okay. He's like, they're not good. They're not good.
No,
They cause extreme migraines. But yeah, it sounds like they would.
right?
Ice cubes.
It's what you want in a brain freeze as you're getting
Right.
shot by a 12-year-old.
So
It's interactive.
average dad, do you encourage people to reach out to you, talk to you in Discord and your other social medias or anything like that?
No, I do
It's
not.
like,
Broken
no
Bow.
way,
no,
dude.
no. Here's actually this is like I've as adults, I've been very careful. I just don't ever want. I don't ever want to make people feel weird or whatever the case is, nor do I want anything to be misconstrued. So,
Yep.
so if any of you, and any of you personally, if you guys have sent me messages that, because I had it set up through Discord where I have to accept it, or and most of the times I don't even look at it. I don't like to, with all due respect to the kids listening, whatever. I don't enter into DMs with people that I truly don't know. If I 1000% know you're a kid, I try not to, at most, not enter into a DM. You know,
So
I
it's
mean,
a good policy.
there's some serious kind of conversations going on over the last, maybe month over in our Discord, and and then with all due respect, I didn't enter into even DMs in that one. And so it's just that's definitely been something. So am I open to connect with people? Absolutely, but yeah, we can, if we can't say it in the general chat of a Discord.
Right.
Yep.
Um,
It doesn't
let's
need
not
to be
say it.
said. Yep.
And it doesn't need to be said. I don't know. So, and I'm not worried about myself. I'm just and it's
Yeah,
kind
just
of the
trying
same
to-
thing.
Protection of others.
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it makes sense.
I've always been real hesitant to team up with these 12, 13-year-old kids. It's like I don't feel comfortable doing it, so I'm just like, no man, I'm just gonna solo and I'm good. So
Before I even started the channel, I'd play Apex with some of my son's friends, and I just remember one of my son's friends, his parents were like, "Who are you playing with?" And they'd be like, "My friend," and I'm like, "Dude, just tell them,
Yeah.
just tell them it's me, dude." Don't
It
say
just
my
makes
special friend.
it makes it sound creepy almost,
Yeah,
but
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's one of
But I've got a TikTok. I've tried, I've thrown shorts up there. I don't use it. So no, I'm not. YouTube is the main thing. And Sybil and some of you have heard me even piss and moan about Twitch even. So it's like,
yeah.
Oh, Twitch is going to hell in a handbasket.
YouTube is my main thing. And so, yeah, if people want to connect on Discord, don't be offended. Just type it in general chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's definitely a good policy to have. And
Yeah.
that's, we're here at ours, we okay, let me ask you a question. How do you deal with trolls? Especially like during your lives when they screen snipe you.
100%. Had a lot of them. Kill with kindness, Jen. A lot of times people troll because they want to see a reaction. Especially if it's I've been told, especially if you got your camera on, just kill with kindness, because I started thinking a little bit deeper, right? Over analyzing why, even more so why they troll. They just need some positive attention in their lives. And so, like, I've had the same trolls. And so when I started playing PvE servers, that really stopped a lot of that, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, I just started killing with kindness and not giving them the reaction that they were wanting to have at the initial start.
Nice.
That's smart.
Yep.
But turn hide signs and all that stuff on too.
Yeah.
dude, I was locked. Some of them locked. They bagged me, spawned me into this like whatever base. They closed me in my own base. They had like 6 signs painted with the most racist terms you can think of. Everything, and I was live. And I'm waking up to this, looking around. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me, bro. So then I had to learn how to turn signs off, and then I had to learn how to, and I could turn mics down and whatever.
Yeah.
I had to learn it all.
Wow.
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 But yeah, I didn't get mad about it. It was actually decently creative, I will say,
Yeah. I guess
I don't want to ever be that kind of player. I mean, if I start being that kind of player, I'm just, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't think I could even try and be that kind of player. Now, I will admit there's times where sometimes my mouth gets away with me. It did whenever I played console and I was playing Call of Duty. My mouth would get away from me sometimes. But yeah.
I've got some resident friendly stream snipers. You guys know who they are because they hang out. They hang out. So and I like those ones. They're cool. But even so, like some of you have even like they'll like shooting at my door 5 million times. I'm like, I don't know, whatever. You guys keep shooting. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll come out when I'm done.
Which
For real.
we try to, especially on our Rust servers, we try to discourage that. Of course, we've got the PvP and the PvE. We do set rules for that. And we've kind of started doing, especially if they see that you're streaming and you're actually streaming on one of our Rust servers, if someone pops into our Discord and wants to be whitelisted, we actually tell them they're going to wait 24 hours because
Nice.
I know that they're doing it because you're streaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one thing we don't, we don't want you to get screen sniped and we don't want you to,
We want you to enjoy our server and want you to be able to freely record or live stream without the interruptions and the constant heckling from other people.
It's that double-edged sword, because then
Mhm.
it's like, well, we want it's like promoting your servers too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
that's
Well-
why I've actually I am gonna start playing the PvP a little bit more.
Okay.
Awesome.
And through those couple shorts out there, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or something like that, and then play that PvP a little bit more for sure, and see if we can get some people in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know it's been, well, me and Majin's been on the PvP, and I just built. I watch base builds on YouTube, so saw a couple of bases that I wanted to build and got on there and tried it. Got one built. I think Majin's done a couple. So yeah, I mean, it's nice, but also you kind of miss that. Like if I'm gonna run over to airfield,
Am I gonna die?
Am I? Yeah. If I spawn in, am I gonna die?
The answer is yes.
Always right.
Yes, because I found out that a lot of you guys like airfield, so we're gonna run into each other. It's nothing personal. It's just gonna be a reaction.
Right.
I see
It's
you.
like, wait, you don't have a name above your head. Oh, they're walking towards me. They have their guns raised too.
Yep.
I'm waiting for the day that ADG is live and y'all are on the PvP server and he just
murders me.
Okay, Jen, I got it. I thought of one of the funniest moments that I can think of. It was, so I built a stage on the Cali.gg server. I built a stage so I could truly just I figured out how to basically play a guitar set, plays whatever guitar digitally through whatever Rust. Anyways, so told people, they came over. I had this whole stage set up, and then Karen came over, and Karen was all pissed and started blowing up everybody, blowing up the place because everyone wasn't naked. So it was just funny because then I sang Undone, the sweater song. So I started singing Weezer, the sweater song, and telling everybody, pull this thread as I whatever, and so then everybody started taking their clothes off, and Karen was bombing us, and so that was funny. I was cracking up singing. So that was probably like that was definitely a funny moment in Rust for sure, and that's probably, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that.
Wow.
I like that.
It's nice.
Is that a video that we can go find on your YouTube?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I made a video on that or a short. I don't know. I make a bunch of crap and just throw it up. So
I like it. I like it.
Go back to me doing my own editing, right? So it's like, who lets this person freaking release this stuff?
Well, I want to take a second and I want to say thank you for helping us out with everything that we've tried to do here. We know that you've helped promote us, and we would not be as far as we are today without the help and the support of you and other content creators like you. And so from me to you, I want to say thank you very much for the help, the support, and any tips and tricks that we ask for. You've been very helpful and willing to share that with us. So again, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Hey,
you.
yeah,
sure.
Yes,
you know,
very much.
yeah, you're welcome. Hey, I actually saw one of my buddies in here, toilet seat.
Mhm.
That's he that was pretty awesome. I had no idea that he was even in here. Met toilet seat randomly through Rust, but where I'm going with this is he started playing Roblox. Me personally, not a Roblox guy, not that thing, but that's another guy, dude. He literally he went from like 400 subs to 120,000 in, I don't know, the last year.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is
Wow.
crazy.
So as far as like some traffic and just, yeah, and he's a cool dude. So I was lifting him up, he lifts me up. It's awesome. It's to when I saw him come in here. So there's definitely some traction happening, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, whenever you have special events or something going on in your Discord, let us know and we'll get that posted in ours and, kind of help it out a little bit. And also, if you have special events on YouTube, we'll get that posted. We'll,
Jen, I want to stay hidden. Now even doing this right, even doing this here. Come on now.
well,
I
we'll,
appreciate
Well,
it.
when Jen asked us all, who should we bring on, the next episode, you're the first person I thought of because I don't know, you've got a good vibe about you. I like your videos.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Yes, very much so.
totally been in.
Uh,
Go ahead, Bo.
I was just gonna say, just for one last thing from me to you. Is there anything new coming your way that we can be on the lookout for?
Um, no, I don't know if this is gonna surprise anyone, but I'm not necessarily like that well planned.
Spur of the
I
moment.
kind of Yeah, we kind of just roll with it. Like
Wing
Alex
it.
created that whole contest submission thing.
Mhm.
I mean, I've got ideas of like future, but not anything that's like I didn't plan on changing my store until, last week. That was spur of the moment. So no, we just kind of roll with it. So it's nothing special.
I
Awesome.
like that.
Well, we have you listed as a mentor in our head CC and mentor channels here. So, just for the people out here listening, watching, if you are a content creator or artist, and it doesn't matter what genre you're on or that you do, if you have questions, come ask Average Dad. He can help you out.
Just
In the
be sure to
Discord.
put it.
In the Discord.
Just
Yes.
put it in the chat. Do not send.
Don't DM me.
But
Who was it? Cod? Who's the person? Yeah, Cod. He even posted
God,
something on his channel. I didn't even know what it was. It was like a voice changer thing, and so I was chatting with him. Yes, in DM a little bit about what the heck he was even using. So yeah, you guys can reach out to me, but a lot of times I'll be reaching out to you too.
Right?
Um,
That's what we're here for. That's
so
what this
yeah,
place is about. Content creators
yeah,
helping content creators. Woohoo!
exactly.
Yeah.
bouncing ideas off of each other.
That's it.
For
That's
sure.
it.
Well,
All right. Well, I think we're about ready to wrap this up, guys. Sonny's
yeah,
waiting up in the voice chat up there, or
yeah.
was. So
Um, we do a tradition here, average, that everybody goes around and gives their closing end when they end their videos or lives. So, would you start us off with how you close your videos out?
Wait. If you do that, he's just gonna go silent and disappear. He usually just ends.
That's not allowed
I'm,
here.
li-
That's not
I'm
allowed.
literally laughing. I'm literally laughing because, like, yeah, like Sybil's saying, I don't actually have a close. I just literally just end the stream.
He's like, bye.
Well, give us a closer. Give us a closer.
All right, I'm really honored to be here with all of you, and it's not just in this forum per se. It's just to be even connected. So with like-minded people, whatever. Here's the parenting. You're the average of who you hang out with, right? And so, we just want to be surrounded by like-minded people that are doing the same thing, so that way we can just feed off each other. And so for everybody listening, obviously you 100% know what this is already and who these people are. So keep spreading this word, because this whole group here, with me involved and many others, it's not the majority. So we just got to keep pushing positive gameplay and just
Yes.
yeah, and you can choose to be nice. So
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Nice
like
gets
Yes,
you.
it is a choice.
Niceness
Exactly.
gets you places.
It does.
So no, thank you all very much for even inviting me to do this. So absolutely.
Yes, for sure.
All right, Civil.
So we're
Civil
gonna do
out.
this. We're gonna do this in a weird order now, Bo. When we
Yes,
start with
I am.
Jen, like normal.
I'm breaking it up.
Yeah, don't do that. People are gonna not know when to go to goofball.
Okay. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, who's after
Well,
Jen?
you.
You.
Okay.
You?
Hey, I was just double checking. We're on the same page.
All right. From jentxqt, you guys here at Gamers Paradise, who's watching and listening, much loves.
Maybe.
And this is majnmew. Remember to be good, be kind, be safe. Majnmew. Till next time.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Till the next video or live stream, whichever one comes first. Peace. I'm out. Civil.
Civil. I said it. Civil out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Vicky.
All right, my dehydrated lovelies. Don't forget to drink your water. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to come back and check out our next podcast, and I hope you all enjoyed this ride.
Good old boy.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you, ADG, for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye,
And that's a
guys.
wrap.
Join Gamers Paradise. You can find the link in the description below. All gamers on PC and console are welcome. Come join our community and have fun.